Hey, this is Rich over at TVP Live with another quick tips tutorial brought to you by Adobe Photoshop Elements Tutorials Group. And let's jump right in with today's poster. Had a map of the U.S. and photos of the different states. I'm assuming the states that the poster has visited, and how she was placing everything. I'm not sure exactly how she placed everything in her map, but this is the way I would suggest to do it. I'm going to go ahead and go on to my project right over here. Basically, it is the outline of the United States that I found online. And basically, I first married this with a background. And here's the background. Once I put the states in front of the background, I basically married those two by selecting both, coming down here and hitting merge layers. That basically made it into one layer. Then I took the magic tool and basically cut out each one of the states, leaving me with a completed background with the outline images of all the states. You see, this is all one piece right there, and it's see-through through all the states. Now, if I want to be able to display this with a white background of the states I haven't visited, I just make another layer here, which is white. And basically that white is a separate layer behind everything. So anything that we put on here can be placed in between the two. How? By locking these. So I'm going to take this bottom layer and I'm going to lock it. I'm going to take this next layer here and lock it. Forget about the top layer because that was there for demonstration only, so I just turned it off. Now when we pick pictures to put in here, it's going to go in between the two layers. Let's start here with a couple. For example, we'll go to our first image, which is the Frisco Bay Bridge, and we're going to drag that into our project. I'm going to let go, and basically it's placed on front, but all I have to do is drag this in between the two, and it puts it in between the white background and the forwardmost layer of the states with its own background. So all we got to do is just resize this to whatever size we want, drag it over to the state that we want, and we're going to do something like this. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, and I can actually just stretch the image a little bit from there to right there. And that's looking pretty good. I'll click the green arrow to hit OK. And all we got to do after that is basically with the polygon tool is draw along these black lines to get rid of what we don't want. So I'm just going to make a completed image like this. And I could zoom in a little bit more on the next one to show you exactly what that's about. Boom, 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 boom. And then just come over here and double click. As soon as I hit delete, there's your image for California. It's in high resolution and it's its own layer, so I could turn it on or off. Let's go to the next image. That is going to be the cactus here for Nevada. We're going to drag that into our layer, and it came in over here. I'm going to go over here. Let's say I can turn it a little bit like that. And let's go ahead and resize this a little bit thinner. I'm going to put this top edge right here so it doesn't cover anything, and then just basically stretch it a little bit like that to fit the whole image. I like that right around there. And all you got to do is hit OK. I'm going to zoom in to show you with the polygon tool. Since this layer is chosen, that's this layer here, with the polygon tool, all I got to do is just follow anywhere within the lines of the state. And as long as I'm on the black, whatever I cut out is going to be behind there. Boom, boom. I'm going to double click here. I'm going to right click in the middle and select inverse. As soon as I hit delete, boom, everything else is deleted except for what I want. And you see it's its own image here. And I'll hit Control Z to undo the move that I just did. Let's do one more just for example. We'll jump here to Arizona, let's see, the Grand Canyon. Let's go ahead and drag that into our current project. I'm going to let go, and look how huge that is. It's covering almost the whole map. All we got to do is grab the bottom, and we don't have to worry about grabbing anything else because those layers, this layer and this layer on the bottom, it's locked, so we can't by mistake grab it. So I'm going to grab the image I'm looking for and resize it down to a good usable size. That looks good right around there. Let's go ahead and make it a little bit thinner and stretch it a little bit bigger. I like that right around there. As long as the top here is covering, as long as the whole image is covering the whole state, then it's easy to cut out everything that you don't want. I'm zooming in a little bit with the polygon tool again. I just follow the black lines. This is the best way to add images to a foreground, which is actually part of your background image. Boom, boom. I'll double click at the end. I'm going to right click here, select inverse, and hit delete, and boom, there it is. All the images are in high resolution, and it's looking really good. If I wanted to change this image for another one, all I got to do is delete that image and bring in another one. But for now, we're going to undo and leave that. And that's it for this tutorial. This is Rich, calling it quits, saying over and out.